What is up, everybody? I'm here with my buddy John.
What's up?
You saw him last year. He brought down his Rivian and his Viper. Do you still have the Viper?
Yeah, still got the Viper.
What's faster?
The Viper.
By a lot or a little?
Decent, yeah. Quite a
Yeah.
bit.
Because these are like 260 something horsepower from the
somewhere
factory.
around there.
And the Viper is 400?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah, 4.5, I think.
But anyway, so what's the story with this guy?
Just my most recent purchase. I mean, I've always loved the 911s. I found this one on P-Car Market and won it, and drove down to like Monterey, picked it up. Tried to drive it home, but the power steering went out about halfway home, so I had to trailer it the rest of the way.
Did it like leak or was it?
No, the pipe just exploded. Like blew right off. The guy I bought it from, he said he bought it from like an estate like 8 years ago, and I don't think he ever drove it. He just bought it like as an investment,
And let it sit.
which paid off for him. So
Paid off for him?
Yeah, it paid off for him. And so I don't think he really hardly ever drove it, so I think a lot of stuff was kind of crusty, and putting a lot of miles on it all at once didn't go well, but I got it all fixed up, and it's
This color.
yeah.
I love the color.
Yeah.
The paint is so clean.
Yeah, it's in pretty good condition, luckily.
I like the dark burgundy interior.
I know, that's kind of what sold me on it. Was I wanted some pop of color, so I thought having the interior with a little bit of color was kind of cool, kind of fun.
And the only thing you've done to it is some exhaust, or not exhaust, you put these wheels on it.
Yeah, I put some KWV3 suspension and then the BBS wheels and tires.
What's your favorite part about this car?
The handling, it's just like so small, so tight. You just feel like,
You're in a go-kart?
yeah, exactly. Like you're hugging the corners. The visibility, like the way the hood just drops off, like all
Yeah.
you see are the headlight pods in front of you. So.
Oh yeah, it is kind of wild looking, just
Yeah, from the inside, like you just don't see any of the front end besides those two corners.
that's so cool. And I mean, coming from an R35, I always tell people R35s are kind of hard to drive because they've got those humps.
Yeah.
So you just have no idea where it ends.
Yep.
We had our friend Federico, he's a Formula Drift driver. We had his Drift Ferrari in here, and that car is so big it makes the freaking 35 look small.
Really?
And it just at like the front. I was like, dude, you have no idea. You really like need like the things
little
letting you know
marker
where it's
thing,
at.
yeah.
Yeah, like the Cholo,
Yeah.
the Cholo sidewalk
springs,
things.
yeah,
Yeah.
it
Well, let's go for a quick little drive in this
Yeah,
whole
let's
thing.
do it.
It sounds old. It sounds turboed.
Yeah, I want to get an exhaust. That's probably next on the list.
Do they make an exhaust for it?
Yeah, so it's got like two mufflers. It's got a primary and a secondary. A lot of people just basically straight pipe through both of those.
Real quick, there's not a lot of room between me and you.
No, yeah, it's tight, boy. It's tight. It's a small car.
Yeah, you are right. You
Yeah,
don't see the hood.
It totally does.
Yeah.
You just see those two corners.
Literally, this was not meant for 6'4" people.
No, luckily I'm 6'2", you know,
Yeah.
I'm just making the cut.
Just barely. So, you've always wanted a Porsche,
Mm-hmm.
and you just finally gave your wife enough massages that she was like, fine.
She said, you gotta sell something. And so I had the R35 the longest, so I was like, I've had my fun with it. And once I got the Viper, I honestly didn't drive the R35 as much because I just love like the manual analog feel of the Viper.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm ready to let it go, even though like I love it and I miss it and it was hard, but just wanted to try something else. And
Yeah, I'm about to sell my R35 as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's finished.
yeah.
You know, I've done everything I can do it, and you know, it's been fun, but it's time for something else. I think I'm gonna get a Toyota Century. It's the VIP car that has a V12.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to get one of those. But same thing, I was like, you got to sell something before we buy anything else.
Yeah.
And also, she really wants a Tacoma, so I got to get a Tacoma before I do anything. But the classic Porsche clock. All the digital or all the analog dials are so cool. Is this not? Is it not?
No, this is aftermarket. Yeah.
Okay. Did you
Momo?
do that,
yeah, I did it. It's Momo, but they I don't know. They collaborated with Porsche, I guess, because it's a Porsche one. So.
Yeah, this it feels really solid. Just it's hard to explain. It doesn't feel like a car from 1990.
Yeah.
You know, I think
crazy.
It's kind of like I kind of liken it to the Skylines. Like the Skylines, they don't feel like they're from the 90s.
Right.
Because you get in a 90s Fox body and you're like, golly, what is this?
Yeah.
But even like, it is kind of wild. I feel like the shifter placement is super low.
Yeah.
Like it is a long ways from there to there.
It is.
And Porsches have the key on the on the left side. And do you know why they do that?
Call back to Le Mans.
Exactly.
Race
he knows.
cars.
So in Le Mans back in the day, I doubt they still do this, but you had to run to your car, jump in and start it, and it was faster if the key was on that side. So the problem with that though is someone can just walk in and reach in your window. Ooh, there we go, baby! Yee!
It's like, it's for a 90s car, it's kind of fast.
I wish I had my NSX. This car would be so fun to just like drag race against the NSX.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So this is all-wheel drive.
Yep.
All-wheel drive. And is it all-time all-wheel drive or is it?
Yeah, it's like I don't know the exact split, but I want to say it's like 60-40, but you can actually adjust it down here with this dial.
Oh, dang.
So
way
that's
ahead
cool.
of the time.
Yeah, way ahead. And it's got active aero, like the spoiler in the back goes up at 48 miles an hour.
Oh, I didn't even see the spoiler back there, so that's really cool. I guess like if there was one thing you could change about it, what do you think it would be?
It could use a little more power.
Yeah,
definitely.
I feel that, like with the NSX, it's a momentum car.
Right.
But man, this car would be so fun. You gonna autocross it?
I probably should.
You should. That'd be so fun to, or just take it to a track day.
Yeah.
I mean, how many miles does it have? 34,000? No, 103.
103, yeah.
103,000?
Yep.
I mean, it's broken. Can I see the windshield wipers?
Oh, yeah. And let me even see if I remember how to do them.
There we go.
It's so funny, too, because this one, I looked, because I thought maybe this isn't the right wiper, because, like, the blade comes all the way off, like, it's not even flush against the glass.
Yeah, but I mean, how could it be? This has such a big curve right there. Man, gonna be real with you, not a comfortable car for a big fella.
No.
Like,
your seat might go back a little more. There you go. Now you're comfortable, right?
That made it worse, because this is shorter.
Drops off.
Yeah, I would have to drive this thing with the sunroof open.
Yeah. Sticking your head out.
Man, like I said, like my first dream car was a 911, and probably like this. I like the ones, the 911s with like the tail.
Yeah, the turbos.
The flap, yeah.
The turbo has a tail.
But I feel like this being NA, you could just beat on this car forever.
Mm-hmm.
And also like the NSX, and even my white R34 with them not being so fast, like, dude, you can floor it the whole time on an on-ramp.
Exactly.
And it's not loud, so the cops don't get called.
Yep.
And when you get on the freeway, you're going 10 above the speed limit.
Yeah. That's honestly the funnest part, is you can drive it hard and you're barely breaking the law.
Yeah.
Within reason.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I didn't know this, but outside of the United States, the speed limit means something.
Right.
Here in the United States, like, we're in a 50 right now.
It's a suggested speed.
Yeah, you could literally probably go 61 miles an hour. Most cops are like, okay, 12 over is where I'm like, I'm pulling this dude over. But, I think the styling of this car is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, the leather, I can't believe how good the interior is. Is this the windshield? Or the wind?
That's
no,
the
that's log?
That's the windshield right there.
Oh. I like the feel and the click on that.
Yeah, and same with like the locks have a very nice,
They
very
do.
like ratchet.
Oh, is that? Oh, and then you got that down there.
Got
I like that it's got lighting with it too.
Yeah,
that's so cool. What is the?
It's funny. That's like your emergency. Like if there's any kind of air. No, it's like if there's any kind of air, this will light up and you'll get an exclamation mark here, and then if you just hit this, it'll clear it. This was like, I think right before OBD2 came out. They have a different style port for this one.
Okay.
But it will still give you like error lights. Like I get one for the spoiler all the time because it has a tendency to either.
Hey, hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta take this. This is Brad.
The whole Coke crew rolling in.
Yeah, they're all coming in.
They
didn't bring us any Coke though. Coca-Cola,
they
guys.
At least hook you up with some sick fridges at least.
We've got a Monster one in there, but that didn't come from them. They do have like Coke machines in there that are like 25 cents.
Really?
So yeah. Sorry guys, I had a job interview yesterday and the guy called me. I got another job interview on Tuesday at 7 a.m. That sucks. That sucks, dude, but do what you gotta do. So anyways, something that I think is really cool about these Porsches is that they are air cooled. So they don't have a radiator. They just somehow cool off of this.
That big old fan.
Yeah, and it does the job apparently. It's done the job well enough that Porsche, do they still make an air-cooled vehicle?
No, not anymore.
Singer makes these fast as heck, right?
Yeah.
Or something. Like, yeah, I think I've heard one that's like 10,000 RPM, just like, yeah. But anyways, one of these days we're gonna scumbag him into coming down and doing some hood rat stuff. It's too cold and
let's do it.
All that, but yeah, we'll get him back down to do some of that. We also need to race the Rivian against my R35. Even though the 35 is 1,200 horsepower, it'd still be funny.
Yeah.
Because that Rivian is stupid fast for no reason.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So anyways, well, thanks for bringing your Porsche down. And
no problem.
Yeah, he'll be back down sooner than later because we got to do some more stuff with this. So see you in the next one.
Definitely.